Welcome
to Shamba Shape Up Uganda.
We are traveling all over Uganda to find hardworking farmers.
We want to celebrate them while giving them the knowledge they need
to make their farms more productive and adapt to climate change.
We want to support them to get better yields and increase their income.
We will see how farmers can benefit from our experts' advice and turn their farms around into a profitable business,
while learning from each other in so many ways.
Join us on these journeys and share in the farmers' experience
on the Shamba Shape Up Uganda.
Put it up. This looks nice.
I love the view.
I'm on top of the world.
Yeah.
Aggie, be careful. Hey. What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
By the way, do you know where Jinja got its name from?
Looks like I do not have a choice but to listen to whatever you have to say.
Now, the Baganda and the Basoga live on either side of the River Nile. Now, okay. Yeah.
Hey.
So in both languages, Jinja means rock. Now, in most parts of Africa, rivers help stop the migration of people, but near the source of the Nile, there were many rocks that help ease the crossing of the travelers.
Hey, Rob. The rock. A ginger.
That is where it got its name from.
Hey, for once you have said something really interesting and meaningful. Yeah. Let's go meet our farmer.
What? What? Wait, Aggie, what did you say?
This week we are visiting Evelyn Kalebi, a 52-year-old farmer, wife and a proud mother of 4 children.
Evelyn has coffee, bananas, a cow and a heifer. We want to find out how she's doing it and what challenges she has on her shamba. This is a beautiful house.
Yes.
Very nice.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Are you Madame Evelyn?
Yes, I am.
Wonderful.
Good to see you. Nice to see you too.
I am Frob.
And I'm Agnes. Please tell us the challenges you have on your shamba.
The challenges I have are low fertility in the soils and also the harvests. I haven't yet started harvesting the way I expected it. Like the first harvest, I just got a bucket from the coffee.
From the coffee?
Yes.
A bucket?
Yes, a bucket. I hope to get more.
Okay.
Yeah.
At least you have a goal.
Yes, I do.
And how big is your coffee plantation?
It's about half an acre because I'm just expanding.
Oh.
Yeah, bit by bit, I'll reach where I want because I want it to be like an acre with also the bananas.
Oh.
I see. Any other challenges?
Maybe the thieves. I have some thieves down there who always come and cut the matoke.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, luckily, we don't come alone. We have some experts. So by the end of this, hopefully you get some knowledge and you'll achieve your goals.
What inspired me most, I was watching a documentary on TV and I saw a farm in Mayuge. He had planted coffee, he had planted citrus, and it was a very short time. The manager was saying that he's already picking coffee. So that's how I started.
Do your thing, do your thing. Hey! What is it?
What are you doing talking to ducks?
I'm a duck whisperer.
What do you mean a duck whisperer?
These are going to give me golden eggs.
Oh, you've lost it this time.
Lost it?
Yes.
Why don't you go find something to do? I'm busy. Mama will come back here, Mama. Don't mind her.
I don't get it, but I think...
Bye.
As Frob focused on his fairy tale, I went right to business. Evelyn is not happy with her banana and coffee plantation. The harvest is not looking good and she does not know why. Farmers often worry about what they get from the soil and forget what they should put in the soil. Fortunately for her, we conducted a soil test on her farm earlier and have invited soil scientist Mr. Etiang Joseph from National Agricultural Research Organization, NARO, to tell us what we need to do to improve the quality of her soil.
Mr. Etiang, yes. What did you find? Do you have the results?
Yeah, in your soils I found that all these nutrients that we checked, the nitrogen, potassium and phosphorus are all low. As you can see, the results are showing they are low. So all these 3 are very important.
So what is the importance of nitrogen?
Nitrogen is important because it helps the plant to produce vegetative, to have good, nice looking leaves, such that it can now produce a bigger bunch for you. And then phosphorus is also important. Plant will put on roots nicely, and it gives the plant the energy for it to perform, to survive.
Yeah.
And then this other one is potassium, which helps the plants activate enzymes and give you the good yield. So these three are what we call the major nutrients that the crop requires in large quantities.
So what should I do so that I can have all this in the soil?
You have to add them. You can get them in organic manure. You can get them in fertilizers which are sold in the market. They are fertilizers like NPK. We're going to demonstrate how you apply your fertilizer in your banana plantation or a stool where the banana sits.
Mr. Etiang went on to show us how to apply fertilizer on our bananas. Step 1. Dig a ring of 1 foot around the banana stool. Make sure to be careful not to damage the roots of the banana by using a forked hoe. Step 2. Apply 250 grams of fertilizer around the stool of the banana. NPK fertilizer with a ratio of around 16:2:33 is typically recommended for banana farming. Step 3. Mix the fertilizer with the soil thoroughly. This will protect the fertilizer from the sun and prevent evaporation in the atmosphere.
Make sure you don't see those white things, white particles. Are we together?
Yes.
Mr. Etiang,
Yes, please.
thank you very much. This plant is served.
Yeah.
But we also have coffee.
Yeah, let us go and go to the coffee plant also,
Okay.
and then we also do the same.
Mr. Etiang,
Yes.
we have this coffee tree. This one will do, I think.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, this can do.
Yes.
As we say, we demonstrate on this one as well.
Okay, so
How
what
we
are the
can-
measurements for the coffee?
So when you are dealing with the coffee and you are supposed to apply fertilizer,
Yes.
you have to consider the canopy, where the leaves reach. That is where the roots also can reach.
Okay.
So when you picked a good stick which can help us. You see from here, these leaves are reaching almost this. You get it?
Okay.
If you mark at this point, from this side, and also move, you see where they are touching. So this creates a shade down, and that is where those roots can reach and the plant can be able to take nutrients. We dig our what?
Our ring.
Our ring.
The fork
And
knife.
when you now sprinkle your fertilizer around, then we shall cover it.
Okay.
NPK fertilizer with a ratio of 16:2:38 or 25:5:5 is commonly used depending on the season.
And now that we have applied fertilizers to address the challenge of low soil fertility, we expect your crops to perform well as time goes on.
If you're worried your soil needs an extra boost, it is well worth having it tested. Testing costs only 50,000 shillings plus transport to your farm.
Seems like these ducks are not related to the golden goose.
Hey, Frob, what are you doing over there?
Don't worry about it. Let's go into the coffee. Ducks are a fairy tale.
If you're not doing coffee, then you're not a true farmer.
Don't worry about it.
Coffee is the thing.
I've given up on ducks.
Okay.
Evelyn planted coffee on half an acre of land. She plans to improve. She only got 10 kilos from her last harvest.
10.
She was not happy with it.
Okay.
We have invited our expert, Andrew Magombe from Cafe Africa, to tell us how to improve that and get a profit. Evelyn.
Yes, please.
Hello, how are you? Good, good. This is Andrew.
Hello, Evelyn.
Hello, Andrew.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So, Andrew, what have you seen in our plantation?
First, I need to understand how much do you harvest from your coffee?
About 10 kilos.
10 kilos.
Yeah,
On,
in a bucket.
that's 10 kilos. 10 kilos of chiboko.
Yes, the dry ones.
Okay. And the Frob, you said 10 kilos from half an
Half
acre.
an acre, yes.
Half an acre is about 225 trees. So each tree, ideally, if you did good management, is supposed to give you at least 2.5 kilograms, good management.
Okay.
2.5 kilograms
Yes.
per tree
Yes.
of coffee times 225 trees in half an acre should have given you a yield of 560
yes.
kilograms. What did you get?
I got only 10 kilos.
10 kilos. Now, 10 kilos, you can see the difference in terms of yield loss. And let's start from there. When I was moving around, the coffee was telling me, one, there is a lot of black coffee twig borer, a pest. And two, the bananas are so close to the coffee and it has caused a dense environment, which creates a favorable condition for the black coffee twig borer. And the black coffee twig borer, if not controlled, can cause over 50% yield loss.
Madam Evelyn,
Yes.
did you know about the black twig borer?
No, I didn't. In fact, I was wondering why it was always becoming brown. The leaves were becoming dry. Yeah.
If you need to control a pest, any pest or this black coffee twig borer properly, first you need to understand how it conditions that favor it. The first thing is reduce your shade. How? I'll start with the situation as it is. In your case, you have banana near the coffee. Ideally, we have a pattern that is recommended for planting banana as shade. Okay?
Yes.
It means with the spacing of coffee, like a Robusta coffee, is 10 feet by 10 feet. Then the spacing of banana should be 20 feet by 20 feet. Two, the coffee itself needs to be pruned. Pruning and desuckering. Then if you scout your garden and see the drying branches, you are supposed to cut them, prune them, put them in a container or a sack and burn them outside the garden. If you don't burn them, the pest will come out and again spread faster. Then for the case of the unrecommended shade trees, those trees that keep the twig borer, the pest, the Musambia, the Musizi, the avocado, you are supposed to cut them out. Cut them, remove them from the coffee plant. The next question I'm going to ask is, coffee needs shade. There are recommended shade trees that you're supposed to put in the coffee. The ones that don't keep that pest. One, the Mutuba. That one, when you put it in the coffee, it's good. Then Albizia. That one is very, very good. It does not keep that pest, but provides shade for coffee.
How long do they take to grow, the trees that you've recommended to plant in the coffee?
The trees take relatively longer period of time, especially the albizia. It takes quite long. It can take 15 to 20 years. But the ficus is faster growing because you just put the stem in the ground and the thing grows.
Black coffee twig borer has the ability to fly a distance of 200 meters in a single bound. So it is important to spread the word and fight it as a community.
We are still shaping up Evelyn's Shamba. We have seen the importance of soil test and how to apply manure on our coffee and banana.
And how to remove that pesky black twig borer from our Shamba.
There's still so much to do, but look at the weather, my God. Frobisha, you think you can stand in for me?
She doesn't know how to swim.
Swimming has got nothing to do with it. It's not Frob, you know.
Aggie, enjoy.
Oh, it has finally stopped raining. Climate change and high cost of casual laborers has caused farmers to think of innovative ways on how to save on money and resources. Evelyn did the same. She planted coffee and bananas in the same hole, thinking she'll be saving on fertilizers, water, and labor. But is this a good practice? Let's find out from Dr. Godfrey Seru if this is a good practice.
So, Doctor, what do you think about this?
Hey, Doctor, I can see you already met Evelyn.
Yes.
So I don't have to do any introductions.
No, we have been inspecting the plantation.
Yeah, okay. And you saw a few things, I guess.
Yeah, I've observed a few
Hey.
things. First is she planted the coffee plant in the same hole with the banana plant. Probably she has a good reason for that.
Yes, Doctor, I have. I did that Because I wanted the coffee to be under the shade from the matoke, from
Yeah,
the
to
bananas.
get shade from the bananas.
Yes.
Okay, that is her idea. However, the right thing to do is we plant the two crops separately. Both are annual crops. If they stay for very long together, they are going to be competing, and we shall not get the maximum yield out of each of them.
Yeah, but what can she do at this stage?
The mature one, we leave it there, but we don't allow it to produce young ones. So we plant the young ones in the new holes that we are going to mark out.
Is Evelyn okay with that?
Yes, I'm okay with that.
Ah, cool. So then, I guess we just go on and do the right thing.
Yes.
We went ahead to find a spot and shift the banana.
We are going to put the hole for the banana
Like,
here in the middle of 4 coffee plants.
okay.
Hey, so that we have that plant there, this one and this, then this one here. Now, as the banana grows, it sends its leaves out. They will provide shade for the 4 plants.
Caris comes to the rescue.
So now this is how our hole is going to run. Like this, like this. And then like this. So that we have 3 feet. 3 feet from here to here, here to here. Then downwards, it will be 2 feet deep. As you dig the hole, we should put the soil on the right side of the slope. The topsoil should come on the upper side of the slope.
The red subsoil can also be made into a basin on the lower part of the plant to trap and retain excess water when it rains. Caris is done digging. I have to measure and confirm we have the right depth.
I think this is good, I think.
It's
Doctor,
good.
what do you think?
Yeah, that is enough.
Now it is time to get a good sucker for planting.
Yeah, this is a good one.
This one.
We want a good sack, a strong one like this. You know how do you identify a good one? It must have sharp leaves as you see, and they are at an angle. So we want to avoid those which have leaves which are flat. You can see this one, the leaves are at an angle. So this is a good sucker, and it's the one we are going to uproot.
Okay.
When you use a panga, you dig only where you want. You target it very well. Now, like I'm doing here, you can see I'm not damaging a very big part of the root system. And now,
Hey, Doctor, well done. Finally.
yes,
It wasn't easy, but you did it.
yes.
Well done. So, what next?
We start by cutting off all the roots so that the sucker can produce new ones. This cleaning is called pairing.
Pairing.
The term for it is,
It's not cleaning, it's pairing.
yeah, we are pairing.
Pairing.
Yes. Then we don't take the entire sack. We only need a small bit. It eases transportation and it eases planting. Now, when you are cutting, you do a slanting cut so that when it rains, the water doesn't sit on top, but it flows off.
Finally, our sucker is ready. Let's get planting. Always remember to cover where you have removed the sucker with soil. This will protect the banana from pests and diseases.
So, Doctor, we are here now. We have our sucker, our manure. What's next?
So we can now mix the manure with our soil. Remember, we separated the top soil from the bottom soil. We are going to use the top soil to mix it with the manure and return it to the hole. Then leave the other one. So, Evelyn,
Yes.
you can start.
So, Doctor, how do you know that the manure is enough?
Normally, each hole should receive 10 to 12 kilos of manure. That's about a basin. So what we had here was almost a basin.
So it's enough.
No, slightly more.
Okay.
So it's enough. The next thing to do is to plant our sucker. Once it is ready, like this, you can cover it in two ways. You cover and leave part of it above the soil level. Or you can cover the entire sucker. When do you do what? When it is rainy like now, you cover and leave part of it outside the soil layer. But if it's dry, a dry season, you don't want it, you don't want the sucker to dry up. So you cover all of it with soil.
Okay.
When it rains, it will sprout. You only make the soil around the sucker firm, but leave the rest loose, so that when it rains, the water can easily go down.
Coffee and banana intercropping, when done well, offers smallholders with a unique opportunity for multiple benefits: income, risk management, and food security.
On walking around this farm, I have noticed the pattern. That there's no pattern. Everything is everywhere. The mangoes are everywhere. The coffee is in the bananas. But we have a fix for this. Evelyn?
Yes,
I told you we were not yet done. I've invited an expert, an agribusiness specialist, Mr. John.
Hello, hello.
Good. Huh? Welcome.
Thank you.
Evelyn?
Hello, Evelyn.
Yes.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Okay.
Let's have a seat. Let's
Thank
have
you.
a seat. John, sit over there. Madam Evelyn here. Welcome to the round table.
Thank you. Helen.
So, John,
Yes, sir.
you walked around.
Yeah.
You inspected our farm. How can Evelyn turn this project into a business?
Evelyn,
Yes.
when you were beginning this project, what were your objectives? What do you want? Tell us a little bit, such that we begin from there.
The aim was to plant something that can bring in profits for me,
Okay.
so that I don't just spend money without bringing in anything.
Okay. To turn this project into business, you will need a farm business plan. And basically, a farm business plan has key three components. One will be enterprise selection. So number one step when we are selecting the enterprise, Evelyn, is you have to first think deeply. Does this crop suit the environment around? Then two, determine the availability of the market. For example, banana. Where will you sell the banana? If it is coffee, who is going to buy your coffee? Then three, you look at the profitability of these enterprises. So for instance, if you had 400 stools of
Bananas, yes.
and you were able to sell 2 bunches from each stool, which means in a year you are able to sell 800 bunches. If you sold 800 bunches at 20,000, you're able to get 16 million. Yeah, you can see that is very good money. So if you get 16 million, then you subtract the expenditure, the costs you have incurred, and you are able to remain with some reasonable amount of what? Of money. Now the next thing is, where am I going to locate these enterprises? So you will need a farm layout. We want to utilize the resources we have efficiently. You have to arrange your enterprises in order so that if you move from one enterprise, you quickly switch to the next one. To the next one. Such that you don't waste much time coming up, going down.
Climbing the hill. With the growing demand of food in urban centers, farmers like Evelyn stand to gain when they redesign their farm layout. This helps improve the efficiency of the farm with cost reduction, smooth rotation of produce, ultimately increasing the farm's output.
I was very surprised that everything that I needed on my farm was there. So I'm advising you farmers out there, utilize whatever you have in your farm.
Thank you so much for saying that, Evelyn.
And for having us on your farm.
It has been our pleasure hosting you.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
Bye! You heard her. You might have some of the resources on your farm.
Like manure, the mulch, the trees, everything. Just look around.
See ya!